Hello my fellow handsome gentlemen, I'm Piotr Grotnik from Improvement and welcome to my review of Moschino Toy Boy. Moschino Toy Boy is a fragrance that came out in 2019 and since then it has gathered a lot of attention upon itself. Both very positive attention and some very negative attention. So in this video I want to talk about this fragrance right here. I'm going to go through its scent profile and let you know how it actually smells, the projection and sillage of the fragrance, the performance and longevity, price, and lastly my final opinion and rating of Moschino Toy Boy. So let's not waste any more time and let's start the review. Before I say anything about Moschino Toy Boy and how it smells, I need to mention that this fragrance right here is not a safe blind buy at all. Even though this fragrance is fun, daring, complex, and well made, this fragrance is at the same time not going to be mass appealing at all, and some might say that this has a very acquired taste. This fragrance is known for being a designer fragrance which is very well made and is very complex with a very prominent rose note in it, which is very interesting for a men's designer release. As soon as you spray this fragrance on yourself, you get punched in the face with a very strong and prominent synthetic rose note, which is paired up with a fresh bergamot and a fresh and sour pear note, which is also combined with some fresh mild spices of pink pepper and nutmeg, giving it a very fresh, spicy and slightly sour feel at the top. Not only that, it's going to get backed up by the synthetic rose accord in the mid and some florals in the mid, really giving it some floral strength to it. This is going to be very strong, it's going to be very nuclear, and on my skin getting very nuclear is very rare. So for people like you perhaps who might have very great skin for getting very good performance and projection on your skin from fragrances, this might be even stronger. This is some heavy juice right here. It's going to be very strong, and whenever this fragrance gets to dry on your skin, it still has this very fresh and rose forward appeal to it, but it's going to get a little musky, a little ambery, but still withhold this very rose forward, floral, fresh feel to it. In my opinion, this is very pleasant and fun whenever this gets to dry, but again I need to say that this is not going to be for everyone, and some people might say that this is for someone who has very acquired taste and someone who perhaps wants a very challenging, fun and very different designer fragrance in their collection. This is going to be very unique, very challenging, and not a lot of people are going to smell of this fragrance, that's for sure. The next point that I want to mention about Toy Boy is its price. A 10 ml vial you can find between $18 to $20. You can find a 30 ml for between $40 to $50. You can find a 50 ml for between $65 and $70, and a 100 ml bottle you can find between $80 to $86. But keep in mind, there are a lot of places very frequently having deals on this fragrance, so you can possibly get even better prices for very great sizes of this fragrance as well. So be on the lookout if you want to pick this fragrance up for yourself. Next up is performance, and as I have told you guys in a lot of my previous videos, my skin is horrible for getting performance and projection from a lot of fragrances, but this fragrance right here gets me 12 plus hours of performance very consistently. This fragrance is nuclear. This is such a strong rose fragrance. This is going to push hours and hours on end. Let's talk about the projection and sillage of Moschino Toy Boy. On my skin I get a solid 1 meter of projection and sometimes a little more than that, and this also has a very captivating and unique scent trail that will certainly get people looking once in a while. And in the first few hours it gives me that 1 meter plus of projection, and whenever this gets to dry after a few more hours, it becomes moderate, and first after the 6-hour mark, it becomes a skin scent. So this fragrance gets to push out a lot of projection and sillage for a great amount of hours. So that is also a strength that Toy Boy has great projection and sillage on top of already having 12 plus hours of performance. Now gentlemen, my final opinion and rating of Moschino Toy Boy. If you have watched a previous video of mine where I talk about almost perfect fragrances, you've also seen which rating I have given this fragrance. But if you're new here and you finally come to see what I'm going to rate Moschino Toy Boy, then listen up. The only reason I have not given Moschino Toy Boy a 10 out of 10 is because I wanted the rose accord in this fragrance to be even more refined and even higher quality than it already is. I wanted the rose accord to be a little stronger, a little more jammy perhaps, and a little bit of a higher quality than it already is. So if that is the only thing I have to say against this fragrance, that means that everything else is going to be positive. There's almost nothing wrong with this fragrance, and having a even higher quality rose accord, some might say, is not even a bad thing because this is so well made in the first place. I have given Moschino Toy Boy a 9.9 out of 10 men's improvement rating. This stuff is incredible, and I can tell you guys already, I am going to repurchase this fragrance whenever I'm done with my bottle. And look at that atomizer as well, it is incredible. Gentlemen, do you agree or disagree on my rating of a 9.9 out of 10? And have you tried Toy Boy before or considering buying it? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to see your comments down there. And also gentlemen, if you enjoyed this review of Moschino Toy Boy and want to see more videos, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, anything that will make you, gentlemen, the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things I want to ask gentlemen is to smile more because it's free, and watch my latest video that I made of 9 niche for all scents that are affordable niche fragrances.